happened in college was the beginning of it. I was really depressed. I'm sitting in my room. I had been a party animal, the first 2 years in college and playing golf. And I was some kind of a believer. I mean, I was a real believer inside. But I used to say, I love God. I just don't like his friends, and I couldn't hang around those people, right? But I wasn't fully like all my other friends either, because, I had this internal kind of faith. But so I was sitting in my dorm room and I was really depressed and I was obsessing about life. And my girlfriend and I had just broken up. I just lost my ability to play golf. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I mean, I'm just worrying about life. How do you find a career? How do you find the right girl? How do you know what and I'm obsessing about all these things. So I look up, just looking at the wall, and there's my Bible sitting there that I hadn't touched since I'd been in college. And it kind of like went, it's kind of, somehow it just kind of like beckoned to me. And I remember thinking, well, I wonder if there's something in there that might help. And so I went over and I picked it up and I sat down, and I can remember this moment so vividly. I opened it up and this verse just kind of like elevates off the page. I mean, it just stood out somehow. And it says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you as well. It's in Matthew 6. And I read that again. I said, all these things, like all these things I'm obsessing about, like the right girl, the right career, like how you know what you want to do, how you're going to make a living, And I thought, so seek God instead of I'm trying to figure out but seek God first. And so I said, all right, I've been trying to get unlost. And so I kind of thought, you can't do this in a dorm room, right? So I walk across campus. It was a cold winter Sunday afternoon. And I walk in the Perkins Chapel on the SMU campus, and it's dark and kind of gloomy and no lights. And I walk up to the altar and I said, I don't know if you're there, but I really need help. And if you show me, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. So it was the first time I had ever really jumped out of the plane, right?
Yeah.
And if the chute doesn't open, I know I'm in trouble, because I finally played the God card. You know how the God card's always, I believe in God and, someday and blah, blah, blah. But now I jumped in and I was kind of waiting to get zapped, right? You see people on TV and they get zapped and nothing happened. I'll never forget that moment. It was the loneliest, worst moment of my life, because I'd come to God and nothing happened. And I remember thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do now. And so I really think I might have said these words, but it was this thought, at least. It's like, okay, well, fine, call me. Like,
you know where to find
me. I got to hear from you, right?
Yeah.
Well, I go back to my dorm room and the phone rings. I answer the phone, and it's a fraternity brother of mine that says, all right, look, I don't know why I'm thinking of you. I can't stop thinking about you in doing this thing, and it makes no sense, and I know there's no way you're going to come, but we're starting a Bible study in the fraternity house, and I think I'm supposed to invite you.
Wow.
And so that was the first inkling, oh, okay, maybe he's really there.